How old were you on your birthday?
How old was I?
Yes.
103.
103?
Yes.
That's good.
Yes. Eddie,
Yes.
for my age, I haven't a bad memory, have I?
You have a very good memory. Very
And
good.
I always say this. You see, they say I can remember, well, if God has given me a good memory, it's up to me to keep it keen.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Yes, that's what I think.
Tell me, what is your earliest memory?
And then, of course, I remember Queen Victoria.
You remember Queen Victoria?
Oh, yes, I remember Queen Victoria. Victoria's,
Did you ever see Queen Victoria?
no, I don't think I did. I don't remember having seen her. I remember her birthday very well.
What did you do for the Jubilee?
We had a fete at Maiden Park.
Did you?
Yes. We're going to Betton.
We are.
Now then, Victoria Farm. It's the new house that George
Snowden?
Snowden built. And you know those Snowdens are still alive?
They are. They're very much alive.
You know.
Yes. Since the last time I saw you, I've been to see Rosemary Crompton. You remember Rosemary Crompton from Betton Hall, don't you?
Oh, yes.
Well, since I saw you the last time, I've been to visit her in the convent where she is. I hadn't seen her for about 25 years.
Hadn't you seen it that length of time?
No.
And she's still going strong.
Yes, yes, indeed.
There's the old farm.
There's the old farm.
Where we lived.
Yes.
Yes, where we lived.
Oh, Tom Moore's farm.
Oh, there's the weeping willow. And where the Davises lived.
And I used to go into those shippons over there. Do you remember those shippons over there?
Yes.
And I used to go and help to milk the cows. Yes. And of course, George Lowe lived there, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Dear old George Lowe.
He did.
Yes.
And he died.
Michael,
and this is where
Les James.
and where Molly lived.
Molly James.
Oh, this is old times. Oh,
Yes.
exactly. Lovely.
Would you like to go up and see Betton House?
Well, I don't know any without Betton House.
It's Mr. Tellwright. Let's go and have a look, shall we?
All right.
I've had so many happy memories of this place. Do you remember Mrs. Heathcote here? Heathcote.
Oh, yes. You came to her funeral.
No, we lived here with Mrs. Heathcote, you know, before Mrs. Ramsden came here. Well, we won't stop. We'll just look at it and go past, shall we? There doesn't seem anybody about.
Autumnal leaves,
Yes.
aren't they?
There are all the dogs' graves as well. And these are the Betton Woods, of course, between Betton Hall and Betton House. Would you like to go and see Betton Hall?
If you'd like to.
And then we can go down to Norton-in-Hales. This fencing has been here
Ever since I can remember. It was here when we first came to Betton. And Eddie, when you think of the length of time that is since,
Yes.
good heavens.
When I used to get off the school bus at the crossroads here, I used to walk down this drive back home to Betton Hall.
You weren't too happy here, were you?
Well, of course, it was very difficult during the war, wasn't it, really?
Yes,
And
I suppose.
being away from home in the way we were, obviously, you know, children are unhappy being away from home, aren't they? But really, looking back on it, they were very, very kind to us and very good to have had us for so long.
Well, and what about your brother?
But yes, they are all very well. Albert.
Albert.
That's right.
And then there's Sydney.
And Sid, yes. And Ken. Oh, I didn't tell you, did I? Ken was awarded the MBE last year. He's a member of the British Empire, and he went up to Buckingham Palace to receive it from the Queen.
Really? Ah.
It's in a sad state now, isn't it, this hall?
Ah.
There we are. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And this used to be the lovely front drive, you see, that we had. Lovely gravel drive. There's not much left of the lovely trees that used to be here now, and the terracing and the lawns, is there?
Lady Mosley and who else? Lady Howell and Mrs. Lees Mills.
Really? Were the Mosleys here? Did the Mosleys live here?
Yes.
Did they?
Yes. Well, Lady Mosley was here with her mother quite a lot.
Was she? But that was Sir Oswald Mosley's mother, was it?
No, Mrs. Mosley.
Yes. But that would be the mother of Sir Oswald. Do you remember Sir Oswald Mosley?
But he was in London.
Oh, yes, but that was the same family, though, wasn't it?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yes. The same family.
They were related to Mrs. Heathcote, weren't they?
Yes.
That's right, yes.
Yes, they were all related.
When did you first come to Betton?
At the time when Lord Crewe's estate was being sold.
Really? Yes. When would that be? What year was it? Was it before was it after the First World War? It's going back a long way, isn't it?
That's Richardine.
Now we're going towards Brand Hall now.
Yes, it sounds along this road.
Do you think you could still walk it into Market Drayton?
Well, I'm a bit doubtful about that.
I bet you could.
Eddie, I'd have a damn good try.
I'll bet you would.
Yes,
I'll bet you
I would. Oh, it's donkey's years since I was along, yeah? The site is going.
Yes.
Oh, cruise. I was talking about that only the other day.
Were you?
I remember so well Frank Crewe having a fire here one Saturday night. First thing the next morning, I was walking into service here, and down came my present husband on his galloping horse.
Mm-hmm.
And Frank had put his head through the bedroom window. Trevor called out to him, "Frank, don't come down. But I've just galloped down to say, what can I send to help you with the loss you've received?" He said, "Anything. I got my men working. They don't usually work on Sunday. I don't permit it." But he said, "They are working today, and they're piling up things that they think you'll need, and I'm going back to see that you get them."
Very good.
And I thought, well, of all things, that was the kindest thought that I'd ever come across. And you know, Eddie, I make no secret about it. I've loved that man ever since.
That's so. Very good.
You couldn't help it.
Shall we go and have a look at the church again?
Yes, if you'd like to, let's. Oh, and here's the pub.
The Hind's Head.
The Hind's Head, where we went to drink and never paid for it.
That's correct, we did. We did, that's true, yes, indeed.
Is that a shop?
It was.
It was.
It was.
But no longer now.
No. And you know, when I was a boy, I used to come out of school in the afternoons,
Yes.
and I used to come down the street here, And I used to come down here. Here.
Yes,
Now, can you remember what used to be just here? Do you remember the blacksmith shop?
I do.
Mr. Ransford?
Yes,
And I used to stand there watching him shoe the horses
yes.
and inhaling the lovely smell of the burning hoof.
Don't believe that I'm 103, you see.
Well, you've outlived them all.
Yes.
They're building houses in the vicarage garden, in the rectory garden. How extraordinary. On our lovely lawn. I suppose that's progress.
Chad.
That's right. And I'll take a photograph of you with that in the background, if you like. That'll be nice.
Just as you like.
All right, let me come and let you out.
Child.
No, they didn't, did
They
they?
will how.
I'll see if I can put a light on.
Just try.
Yes. Come this way. Come this way. There's a mat there. Just a minute. There we are. Back in the dear old church.
Yes.
Mind,
yes.
mind this door.
Sir?
Well, I think we deserve the lights on for coming along, don't you?
I do.
Yes.
Yes,
For
indeed.
such a distinguished visitor.
Well, there's nobody that could remember more about it than you or I.
No, I think you're probably right there.
No.
I'll tell you what, shall we surprise them? And would you like to sign the visitor's book?
Oh, yes.
You'd like to sign the visitor's book?
I should.
Well, let's do that.
We will.
Here it is. Here it is. Let me give you a pen. I think that's yes. And I'll put down there 1/11/84. Can you?
Oh, do you know, I'm not very sure that I can see.
Can't you?
No.
Well, just write Mary Bourne there. Anywhere, just across there. I'll take you.
Where do I begin?
Now, if you put there the date 3/11/84 and sign.
Is that readable?
Yes, it's very good. Sign it Mary Bourne.
Now put the pen exactly
Yes,
where you
yes.
wear the end.
Just there.
Is that right?
Yes. That's fine.
Is that right?
Excellent. Yes, it is. Very good.
Eddie, are you sure?
Yes. The old place doesn't change very much, does it?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
I'll put the light on for you so you can see better.
Oh, it's all right, don't worry.
Oh, yes, it'll look better if the lights are on.
See, if I want to get going, I can go, you know.
You do very well. Very, very, very well indeed.
Mr.
Cullimore.
Cullimore. It's a lovely wording, that.
That's right. It says he was a good man.
He was a good man.
Very good. Very good indeed.
He was very good. I was very fond of Mr. Cullimore.
Yes, indeed.
I remember so well the last time I saw him.
Really?
I was saying goodbye to him. I was walking here, and he was at the top of the betting bank. And he said, "Do you think I'm doing the right thing?" And I said, "Yes, I do. You've thought it all right, and you could see it's the right thing for you to do. So go, and I should remember you in my prayers." And he said, "Do, please."
Did he really?
Yes.
Very good. And of
Yes.
course you did.
Yes.
Now
and I
this
did.
looks rather old. Mary Godwin. Did you know Mary Godwin?
Yes, I think I did. Is that to her memory?
Yes.
Ah.
It's very nice, isn't it? It's
Very.
copper. It's a copper jug.
Copper.
Yes.
Yes, I can see it's copper.
Very beautiful, isn't it? I sent Rosemary Crompton a picture of that memorial up there to her brothers.
Oh, did you?
When I saw her, she'd been picking apples in the orchard. And she looked very, very workaday. She's over 70 now, you know.
She will be.
Yes, over 70.
Eddie, how old are you?
I'm 54, so I'm just 50 years younger than you.
I thought you were older than that.
No, I'm glad to say I'm not yet. You see, when you get to your age, it's a great thing to be of a great age, but not for me yet, I'm afraid.
You've gone through a great deal in your life.
Quite a lot.
Great deal. Your experience much more varied than quite a lot of we older ones.
This is where I used to sit, you know, on this seat when I was in the choir. See this seat here?
Yes.
That was where I used to sit, and I used to look up at that war memorial and read it during the sermons. And that was all I had to read. I didn't used to read the prayer book, I'm afraid. I should have done. But I used to read this. It's a great little church, isn't it?
It is.
They keep it so beautiful, don't they?
They do.
Yes.
They do.
They take a great pride in it. Yes.
Yes.
I hope that the next generation of Norton-in-Hales people look after it as well as the previous generations.
Yes.
Mr. Hogan is the rector these days. Do you know him?
Yes, War.
Is he from War?
War.
Oh, that's who he's...
Yes, he is from War.
Oh, he takes the services here now.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
He comes to see me.
Does he?
Yes.
Oh, well, you tell him you've been to Norton-in-Hales Church the next time.
I will.
Yes.
As I tell you.
Jolly good. Well, let's go and have a nice pot of tea at the Corbett Arms, shall we?
Well, that'd be very nice.
Well, let's do that.
That's what I go through life saying that to people. I don't want to be a nuisance.
No, but you're not a nuisance.
They always say, well, you're not a nuisance. Lovely windows, aren't they?
Yes, they are. They're very beautiful. They're the Old Testament prophets. You've got Malachi and Zechariah and I think Jeremiah, Hezekiah. They're all there. But what I like is over the archway here where it says, "This is the house of God. This is the gate of heaven."
Yes.
It's very lovely.
Yes, I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
Very beautiful.
Yes.
Yes, they've had it redone, you know. They've had it repainted, and it looks jolly good. Looks very beautiful. Let me open this door for you. There we are. Take it easy. Take a helping hand from the old knight. Yes, hang on a minute now while I put the lights out. I'm afraid they don't. Do you remember the old Norton-in-Hales railway station?
Yes, of course I do.
Here it is. We're just going over the railway line here.
Yes.
It was very nice when we had the little train coming in there, wasn't it?
We thought nothing of those sort of things in those days, did we?
We took them all very much for granted, didn't
Exactly.
we? Yes. But this village doesn't change very much, does it?
It's changed very little.
Very little.
Very little. Lately, my old home has changed much more.
Has it really?
Oh, yes.
Yes. I used to walk home across these fields every night to Bellaport when we lived at Bellaport. When we lived with Tom Swire at Bellaport, I walked across these fields over to Bellaport Farm. Do you remember that house there?
Who used to live there?
I don't know who used to live there. And then, of course, we've got Charlie Swire's farm over here, and his son farms it now. Tim.
Tim. Yes. And who? Tim married her. Didn't marry her, no, didn't.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. I wouldn't be surprised.
I believe he did.
Two good local farming families, aren't they?
Yes.
I'll just go and tell him that we're just going past and that we're here, and he can just come and say hello. When did you last see Charlie Swire?
I was trying to think. Oh, number of years ago. Eddie, have you enjoyed it?
Yes, very, very much indeed. I thought that was nicer to have a cup of tea there than at the Corbett, wasn't it?